Hello my friends, and welcome to Inside Out Electronic channel, and today we are looking at yet another dollar store miracle. This time this is a Voltax 200 lumens pocket flashlight, pen light, lampe stulo de poche, lampada de bolsillo, pluma linterna. Sorry, I guess I butchered something, but and it is 3 hour max, not mean max. Maybe 0, maybe 2, maybe 1, but definitely not 3.5. 3 hour max. Do not forget 2 AAA batteries. IP4 rated, 200 lumens, 1 meter drop tested. Oh, sure. 40 meter distance. 200 lumens and relatively okay light, especially if it's concentrated. You know, 200 lumen concentrated to the laser beam, it's actually a substantial amount of light. But, and probably gonna... I'm curious, what the heck why they done this thing over here if this thing doesn't contain any batteries or anything like that. So, let's take a look what the hell we got. I honestly don't remember how much I was... I paid for it. It kind of sucks that they do not include the price. Oh, nice, it's aluminum actually. I need some more powerful tools here. I so hate these clamshells. What was the reason of it? Oh. Okay, what's on this side? Nothing. This clearly is not RGB unit, so yeah, two-way LED. Two-way. Is it focusable? Oh, it is focusable. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so garbage. So let's just try to open it up. Unfortunately, I won't be able to MacGyver. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. Would I? No, I won't be able to MacGyver anything unless I'm just curious what's the current. Maybe I would be able to MacGyver something with my power supply in order to power this thing up. Is it gonna reach or not? I hope it's gonna. No, it's not gonna reach. Shit. No, it's not reaching. What's... Oh yeah, yeah, I guess I need something else in order to poke there and power this thing up. Okay, so this is... let's just talk about the LED itself, flashlight itself. So it has aluminum body, so it's nice and dandy here. It has this control button, which is like a button, nothing else there. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any more electronics except maybe just current controlling resistor of some sort. I don't think there is any other smarts here. I'm not sure if I wouldn't be able to disassemble. I would. Okay, we see some little tiny LED. I'm curious why there is another like a yellow, like, huh, will they be able to pull this out somehow? Oh, amazing. Okay guys, looks like I'm already doing don't turn it on, take it apart thing. Okay, so look at this cool thing. It's like a capsule. Obviously I won't be able to dig any further, but look at this capsule. So this is clearly makes my job of measuring current and power consumption, this little guy, way easier. Alrighty. So we have aluminum housing right here with, oopsies. Okay, aluminum housing right here. Now it's completely disassembled. There is one O-ring here, there's another O-ring here, and this is highly likely just a button. This is focusable assembly, which actually let you moves back and forth and focuses the light using this lens. And here we are, this little capsule, which probably contains 2 types of LEDs. One cob LEDs right here, which contains probably multiple tiny LEDs, and another LED right here just probably with more focused light. So let me power it up and see. So 2 AA's equal to 3 volt. Okay, let's can I prepare my power supply here? Okay, probably keep this negative. That's a good question. Yeah, this, so that's going to be negative. This is going to be positive. So let's hook up negative and do 3 volt. Not 14, I mean 3 volt. And current limit, let's do 100 milliamp. Let's do 50 milliamp. No, let's do 100 milliamp. All right, 3 volt, 100 milliamp current limit. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, it clearly consumes more than that. Okay, 300 milliamp. Wow, it clearly consumes more than that. 500 milliamp. Okay, that's better, it's pretty bright. Maybe there is some electronics right here. Is it possible? Because looks like 500 milliamp. It's a bit too much. I hope there is some kind of current limiting right here, because already at 500 milliamp and it still triggers constant current over current protection. Yep, it triggers constant current mode, and that's it. So there's not anything else in here. So because I thought everything would be here, but not. All right. Okay, whatever. Let's do 700 milliamp. No, I don't believe it. I don't think this thing consumes 1 amp or anything like that, because it's getting into the territory of like super crazy currents. Yeah, I can just try something to this extent, just to whip it up. No. Okay. Okay, let's do 1 amp. Who cares? One amp. Shit. Okay, there's a possibility that that thing for current limiting relies on internal battery of the internal resistance of the battery. Otherwise, I don't know why and how it's possible that it's still current limiting the 1 amp. So okay, let's do 1.2. No. Alright, so yes, I guess we have to put all this jazz back. And unfortunately I won't be able to test the current, because unless I hook up some external battery compartment. Yeah, because I really want to know what's the consumption of this little thing, but obviously not in this sort of mode, because it's clearly it relies on internal battery in the resistance of the battery. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Let me find some batteries. Okay, got some IKEA's double A's, whip them up, pop this in. It's still relatively bright. So yeah, I mean, oops. You can open it on both sides, that's awesome. Oops, no, wait, how did I? Oh no, it's a procedure, have to do this, then have to put this. But cool, it's disassemblable. And it's nice that in aluminum housing, because looks like it's getting quite a bit warm pretty quickly. Here we are, this is the focus beam, which is not too bad. And this is the broad beam. So I was wrong about two sort of LEDs, because I don't think there is any I think this is just some sort of epoxy or something. There is no two types of LEDs here, just one type of LED. One LED. There's no cob LEDs or anything like that. Yeah, but this focus light is not too bad. It's pretty bright. Alright guys, so I decided to whip up something using the old flashlight battery holder, so only 2 instead of 4. I'll use this aluminum thing as one of the electrodes, negative electrode. So what you're gonna do, our fluke multimeter is in amp mode, 10 amps. I don't know what kind of current gonna consume, so I put it into 10 amp outlet. Over here we have this dinky multimeter, which is gonna be into voltage mode, DCV. We're gonna measure the voltage across. So let's wire all this all up. So this goes in here. This is gonna be our negative electrode, which is gonna go through the fluke and measure the current, and we're gonna be using this as a positive. And we're gonna also measure the voltage across the battery. So this is gonna be connected here, and oh yeah, this is looking ugly, but this is gonna be connected here, and this device showing 3139 volts. Okay, so let's fire it up. Pew! Okay, so we have 700 milliamp and voltage is 2.2 volt. Interesting. What if I disconnect this? Okay, so 700 milliamps and 2.2 volt, and it's dropping. Wait, what? Okay, let me hold it. Maybe there is a bad contact. Okay, 700 milliamp. So yeah, and the funny thing is the light output going to be proportional to the energy in the battery. So if battery is going to be discharged, the light output going to be dropping. So they have no any kind of regulation circuit, for example, like in the proper flashlight, which try to use as much as possible energy from the batteries while they keeping batteries while they keeping light constant. What's going on? Why it's now 800 milliamps? So 2.1 volt, 800 milliamps. What did I do? Unless there is a resistance somewhere in this contraption right here. Now it's 700. Oh, what? Okay, so 850 milliamp. If I touch it here, yeah, okay, so this probably dirty. Anyways, so if I touch it here, so okay, 2.1 volt on the batteries, 850 milliamps. So yeah, maybe it's gonna be maximum 3 hours, but here we are. So knowing the capacity of those batteries, probably something around, I don't know, 900 milliampere hours. They're gonna last 2 hours? No, what do you mean? I'm talking about 2 hours. It's gonna last. You see, the battery already dropped. It was 3.1, now it's 2.9. So they already kind of substantially discharged. So this flashlight is just just, yeah, yeah, it's a battery killer essentially. It tried to crank up as much as possible energy out of those batteries, and it's gonna kill them. And if you leave it, they actually can actually leak because, or actually overheat. They are actually warm right now. This one, for some reason, the positive is fine. This is more close to negative, is actually warm to touch. So yeah, 850 milliamps. That's a lot of current passing through this guy. Interesting. So yeah, so this is very basic flashlight, which did not give whatever rat ass about your batteries. Is gonna kill them pretty quickly. But I guess that's the price for the 200 lumen. Yeah. Alrighty. I don't think this flashlight from Dollarstore worth the money. So if you're gonna go buy actually and see it, actually go buy, do not buy it. It's not worth the money. I think it's not worth the money. Yeah, I'm gonna be using it, but it's gonna be killing your battery like no tomorrow. Another option is to actually use rechargeables here. So it's gonna discharge them pretty quickly as well, but at least you will be able to recharge them, because this battery is gonna be drained like in no time. 1 hour and that's it. Yeah, highly likely you're not gonna be using this flashlight for a long time. I'm gonna just replug how it's supposed to be. Not gonna be using this flashlight for a long time. So also there is another issue. This thing can actually heat up inside the batteries, because it actually consumes quite a substantial amount of energy. Okay, well, so here we are. Here you have it, the Voltax 200 milliamp dinky flashlight. It can be useful in some scenarios, but most of the time I would pass on it. I would not recommend buying it. Probably you can find this sort of flashlights all over the eBay, and they are very basic. Alright guys, I hope that was useful and interesting video for you. I think so I hope guys that was interesting and useful video for you. There is a lot of stuff like that available on eBay and you know, Alibaba, AliExpress, and you name it. So I would never actually buy it. I actually, just for giggles, I'm gonna double check if there anything like that available and see what the price is delivered to Canada, and based on that I'm gonna make my conclusion. So, but I don't think it's worth $4. I don't even know how what would you do with it. Like you cannot use it, because I mean it's just useless. Yeah, maybe in some situation you can just keep it around when you really need, very desperate for some kind of concentrated light. Yeah, you can use it, but otherwise it's just useless. Oh, another possibility, I can actually have an idea. I can add current regulation circuitry to this little capsule and use it for a microscope. I can use it for a microscope because I have a microscope. This is actually really good lens. I can use just this lens contraption and the capsule there, and MacGyver some kind of 3D printed contraption just to hold all this all together, and connect it with proper regulation circuitry to keep it at, I don't know, 500 milliamp or like 200 milliamp, to actually light a subject or object on the microscope. Maybe I can even use 2 of these just to have it them angled. In this case it's make much more sense. In this scenario with the AA batteries, like a flashlight, nah. Yeah, so alright guys, I hope this was useful. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Ciao.